and welcome to another episode of Worst Collection Ever. This is the show where we tell you about the worst comic book collection in existence, and it just happens to belong to us. I'm Jen.
And I'm Sean.
And here we are again.
And we have
more
mics.
Books.
And we have more mic stands.
We do. This is new.
Yeah, I bought us 2 new mic stands. So now you get to not hold your mic, and I get to not hold my mic.
Yeah, maybe I won't my voice won't fade in and out as I gesticulate.
Well, also,
I am Italian. I talk with my hands. I can't help
also
it.
too, the problem with holding the mic is you just hear clunk, 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 clunk. You know, when somebody holds it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. If you listen hard enough. I mean,
okay, maybe I don't listen hard enough.
I made that mistake when I went to go to, when I was recording an episode of Gilbert Gottfried's podcast.
Yeah.
Went to Dick Van Dyke's house and was like, yeah, you guys hold the mics. 90-year-old Dick Van Dyke can hold this mic.
90-year-old dude, Dick Van Dyke works out more than I do.
Dick Van Dyke is in great shape.
He is
for a 90-year-old.
He gets up every morning. He dances and he sings. And dude, man, he is in amazing shape.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah,
good for him.
He's in good. He's doing all right. So I was like, yeah, hold the mic. But I mean, you know, I got chewed out for that, and I learned my lesson going forward. That
mic stands.
Mic stand. Desktop mic stands were created for a reason.
Yes,
with
they
regard
were.
to podcasting.
I told Sean when we bought these, we got these, I'm like, I'm gonna cut an album now because we got a mic stand. We got these fancy things. This wind guard thing.
The pop filter.
Yeah, pop filter.
We have had these before.
I know, but the other one broke. Remember?
Well, I ripped the other one. Last
you
week
broke it.
These are new. So yeah, we got some.
Yeah, now I'm cutting an album, guys.
So what kind of album are you gonna cut?
I really haven't gotten that far yet. I've just gotten to the part of, hey, I could do that because I have a microphone now. Yeah. I can't sing worth shit.
Yeah.
But that hasn't stopped anybody before.
No, it definitely hasn't.
I can figure out how to auto-tune.
Yeah, you can do that. Come on.
Man, maybe I'd be like one of those really sad women, cut an album where I'm just awful, and then I'll just put it on YouTube. And I'll wear clothes that are way too tight for me when I film the video, and it'll be one of those things that they show on At Midnight.
Yeah, please don't make it on At Midnight.
For that reason,
for reasons because you are not you are trying too hard to impress. I mean, I'm certain you can find your way on At Midnight just by being yourself. But
but what if I want to wear too tight clothes and a cowboy hat?
Look, you can. I'm not saying you shouldn't.
I'm just saying I probably shouldn't put it online when I do it.
But if you don't want to, it's just not going to be as inner.
Turn myself into a GIF, and I say GIF with a G.
Yeah, that's how you say it.
Fuck straight, yeah. What? Damn straight it is.
Damn straight.
Fucking fight me if you don't believe it.
No. Yeah. So, but I don't want to. I don't want. I was going to say something about.
You're the guy from the Smiths.
No, not that kind of sad. I'm talking like pathetic. Pathetic life sad. People shouldn't be.
Adam Sandler in The Wedding Singer.
No, not. No, I'm not talking about real life sad.
Oh,
which actually would be the great name for your album.
Real life sad.
Real life sad.
That's the name of my album, guys. Look for it in Targets.
Jen Stansfield sings the songs you didn't want to hear.
Nobody wanted to hear.
Yeah, but we have new gear, a little bit of new gear, so hopefully this sounds nice, and we are, we go out of our way to we're trying. We're trying.
Yeah, this is a serious endeavor. We swear.
Well, we've been doing it for over 100 episodes. I sure hope it's serious.
We have been doing it a long time.
That's a long time to do a podcast.
But we just got an email address, too. And we have some correspondence.
Yes, we do.
So that's very exciting.
So do you want... our correspondence...
Do you want me to read this first?
It's... Our correspondence... Okay, so this has a heads up. Our correspondence is from both... is on Twitter and on Instagram, or Twitter and
someone sent us an email.
But it's the same person.
I know, but still, it's very exciting.
Okay, so we have correspondence from it's by the same gentleman, but I will start with the Twitter correspondence. And
what's his handle?
His handle is at Comic Reflection.
Mm-hmm, that's Nick.
That is our buddy Nick at Comic Reflection. No S at the end, so Comic Reflection on Twitter. And he's responding to my Porcupine discussion from last week.
Oh, yes.
About what happened to Porcupine and why. And now, mind you, I didn't do any further research on my own on this.
Of course not.
I just didn't get around to it. But
we don't do research on this show.
But he went out of his way to say, look, let's see, the original Porcupine is still dead. So the guy that fell on his own thing.
And who's trying to sell a suit.
And his sad sweater and his whatever.
Yeah.
He's dead.
Dead.
The Ken Bone of comic books. He does look like Ken. Actually, going back to it, he does look a lot like Ken Bone.
Does anybody remember Ken Bone after all the bullshit that's happened since
Look
then?
how much good Ken Bone did us.
Thanks, Ken Bone.
Thanks, Ken Bone. You've done absolutely nothing. Why do people still remember you? I'm mad at Ken Bone now.
You're the only person who remembers him. His own mother doesn't remember him. You remember
somebody
him.
else, one of Jenny Johnson on Instagram recalled because she had like a Twitter convo with him. And I'm like, why are you still remembering him? I mean, I understand.
Nothing exists before the election anymore.
No, I don't want to think back to a time before the election.
It doesn't exist.
Because I can't, because it's too good of a time.
Oh, damn you, Ken Bone, and your cheerful red sweater.
Anyways, he says, I believe, so the original Porcupine is still dead. He had a copycat who I think is dead, I think dead too. In parentheses, I believe current Porcupine is unrelated to his predecessors and is a mutant.
Oh.
Now this is why I'm going to have to delve into figuring this out more. I'll just maybe do a bit of research here. Thank you, Ken, for
yes.
Thank you, Ken.
You are
fuck
not
you, Ken. Thank you, Nick, for at Comic Reflection on Twitter for sending this in. I appreciate you trying to help out here. Because I responded, I go, but they look so similar. Like the outfit that he's wearing the outfit's being worn in the new Spider-Woman comic that I saw him in is pretty similar to the final-ish outfit that I was familiar with from from the Porcupine before he died.
Right.
So I'm like, well, did somebody just find another suit? Because who could? I mean, I can understand.
They found it in the water. They found a suit in the water.
No, you know what happened to? Sorry, cat. You know what happened to the suit was so he died and Captain America took it upon himself to put the suit in the Avengers Mansion as
I remember that.
Yeah, as an honored foe of the Avengers.
I would have just thrown it in the water. It's where people get suits in comic books.
They just wash up. It just washes up in Australia.
Like, this is wrapped in seaweed. I'll put it on my body.
A shark's wearing it. The shark becomes a new porcupine. I would actually. That'd be great.
That'd be awesome if it was a shark porcupine.
Shark porcupine.
Oh, sci-fi, call us. That's your new movie.
Sharkupine.
Sharkupine.
Sharkupine. Pork you shark.
I like Sharkupine.
I like Sharkupine too.
Sharkupine tornado.
Sharkupine.
Sharkupine NATO.
Sharkupine. That sounds like just.
I don't even think that's just sounds.
That's just syllables. That's not even real sound. That's not even real
anymore.
words. That's never a word.
We've entered into gibberish.
But he, but they left it there. So I'm trying to figure out, like, well, did somebody why? Because why? I don't know. I'd have to read where this comes up, where they're like, well, somebody really wanted to have that issue, or really have that outfit.
Yeah.
Recreated because they were such a fan of said Porcupine and thought that it was viable, which, I mean, it never really was because he was really bad at it. And maybe just somebody really competent decided to take on the suit, or, somebody stole it from the Avengers Mansion, because the Avengers Mansion has been blown up and
oh god, yeah,
raided and all that stuff. So it's very possible somebody was like, "Oh, I'll take this." I mean, take what you can grab. It's kind of like
smash and grab.
Yeah, kind of like I was like, I'll just take this. Like instead of taking the,
See, the guy who showed up last was the only thing left.
Yeah,
it's like, fuck it, I'll take it.
It's kind of like
I came all the way here.
It's kind of like when
steal something.
It's kind of like back in the day. This is for Buffalo people who, when the Hills department store was shutting down. And they were and all they had left at one point was a sidewalk sale, and they're selling broken crayons.
Oh,
that was pretty much. That's what I heard. I didn't actually go to buy broken crayons.
That's just like any store closing. You remember when they closed like Borders down? It was just like you went in there, it was like 4 books and just like a couple fixtures left, and that was it.
Yeah, like 4 books, nothing that you want to actually read or never read. Yeah, but that was that was the Porcupine suit.
Yeah.
But thank you,
thank you, Nick.
Nick.
At Comic Reflection.
At Comic Reflection on Twitter. So go ahead and let's read the email that he sent us.
Yes. So he says, "Hi, Jen and Sean. Hi, Nick. Thanks for the shout-out on your latest episode. About the extraction of gold from the seawater, there is at least some scientific fact behind that. Back in the Silver Age, DC was really big on injecting science into comic book stories. For example, Adventure Comics number 271 from April 1960, a Noah's Ark-themed villain, yes, really, named Captain Noah builds biblical-type ark, which houses machinery that both causes storms at sea and extracts gold from the seawater. We need this comic book, by the way. Good thing Aquaman didn't have time for his bullshit and beat him up. Best regards, Nick." Thanks, Nick.
Thanks, Nick.
So I did actually Google this because last time I was like, you can't get gold out of seawater. So there is gold in seawater. Mm-hmm. However, I believe it was something like 13th. For every liter of seawater, there is 13 billionth of a gram of gold. Mm-hmm. So that's like nothing. So for Goldface in our comic book last week to actually build a plant to extract that gold from the seawater, it would take him forever.
Oh, yeah, he would be doing it.
Like, it's fucking pointless. Like, why even bother at that?
He would probably have, like...
It would take forever just to even get a gram of gold. If you have a 13th billionth of a gram...
He would have, like,
in a liter of seawater.
You'd have a pound of gold, and he would be... I mean, look, if he did it slow enough... No,
you'd have to do it really fast. Like, you would have to just churn through it just to even get anything.
Yeah, no, so I mean, he's full shit.
Yeah.
Sorry, Goldface.
Yeah.
But your plan is not sound.
Yes, and I got that stat, by the way. I'm going to actually cite a source.
Ooh.
I got this from the National Ocean Service.
Yeah.
So, right. Which is on oceanservice.noaa.gov.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, it says each liter of seawater contains on average about 13th billionths of a gram of gold.
Quotable science.
There you go. That's actual science. So thank you, Nick, for cluing me in. Like I said last week, I went to art school, so I don't fucking know anything.
Oh, I mean, I didn't learn that at all. Are you fucking kidding me? Ever. So
no, I didn't learn that ever.
Yeah, so I mean, this is great news, science news.
Also, art school.
Yeah. So yeah, so thank you, Nick, for your correspondence this week. And if you are a new listener to the show, or you're a current old listener to the show, and you want to interact with us, I'll give my Twitter out. My Twitter's out now.
Sure.
You can tweet me at Angry Hero Sean SHAWN. That's on Twitter. That's on Instagram, and the Tumblr, the angryhero.tumblr.com, and people can contact you
at Jen Stansfield on Twitter and Instagram. And if you want to email us, it's worstcollectionever@gmail.com.
Yeah, that's how you reach us.
So, yeah, send us an email. We read them.
So we're going to take a break.
We are.
Because we're only going to do one book today.
Oh, shit.
But I'm going to take a break. I'm going to play some promos. Play a promo.
Oh, yeah, we have promos now.
We're working on promos, and we will... we're going to do that.
We're trying to make, we're making connections. We're doing podcast things. Stuff and things.
So we're doing that. We'll play a promo, and we'll be right back with our book for this week.
Mr. Russell Bragg.
The DC Comics Presents Show.
The DC Comics Presents Show.
The DC Comics Presents Show.
I guess the podcast is getting into the public's ear. Wish I could do more to promote the DC Comics Presents Show. Maybe it's time to do another promo. I'll do it right now. Interruptions. Always interruptions. Hello. Yes, this is Russell Bragg. Yes, I host a DC Comics Presents show. How can I help you? Let me get this straight. You want to write a newspaper article on me and my show? Well, how can I help you? Well, let's see. The DC Comics Presents show is a podcast covering the DC Comics Presents comic book starring Superman. In it, Superman teams up with any number of characters in the DC Comics universe. I also have a few segments I've added. I do listener feedback. I have a segment called Russell's Comic Brag, where I brag about a comic that I recently picked up. I do a spotlight on Superman's guest. Every once in a while I have to do a hostess ad. And to round out the show, I go to the Comic Spinner Rack to see what other comics were on sale. Thanks for reminding me. I guess that would be important on how people can find the show. People can go to the show's main website at www.bragaboutcomics.com. they can subscribe to the podcast on iTunes or Stitcher.
Hi, I'm Nicholas Prom, the host of Comic Reflections, a podcast devoted to Silver and Bronze Age comics. Join me and my spunky sidekicks, Jeff Barnhart, the crusty curmudgeon from Dogpatch USA, and Spencer Valadez, podcasting's very own Apache Chief, as we discuss the grooviest comic books of yesteryear. You'll find us on iTunes, Stitcher, and at comicreflections.wordpress.com. What are you waiting for? Tune in, turn on, and kick ass.
All right, we're back here on Worst Collection Ever. Jen and Sean doing comics. Oh yeah. So our comic this week.
Oh yeah.
Is a
It's a
70s comic. We're gonna go to the 70s. We did the 80s and the 90s last week. So let's hustle on to something from the 70s.
Sure.
From I think 1975 to be exact. It is Supervillain. What the Supervillain?
You've been watching too much.
Why can't I talk?
I don't know.
What happened?
Are you broken?
Yes. Supervillain team up number 3 from December 1975. It's Doctor Doom and the Savage Submariner teaming up. Mm-hmm. And is we got Doctor Doom and the Submariner on the cover, laying waste to Atma. I think, as they say it, Atuma.
Atuma, I think.
Atuma. Atuma, Tiger Shark, and Dr. Dorcas.
Yeah, fucking Dr. Dorcas.
Is how you would say that, right?
I don't
Dorcas?
know.
Dorcas? Dorcas?
I assume so, yes.
How else do you say it? Dorcas? Dorcas?
I like Dorcas. We can just call him Dr. Dork.
Dr. Dork?
He dies anyway. It doesn't matter.
Does he die here?
He dies. Oh, yes.
Oh, that's right. This is when he... No, I thought he died in a different issue.
Well, maybe he didn't actually. He dies. You can't tell me he doesn't die, but we'll talk about that.
Well, look, here's the problem. Here's the problem with this book is that
both of the people we're supposed to be rooting for are cold-blooded murderers.
Well, I mean, Namor. See, here, okay, well, I have a lot of issues with this book. No, I don't have a lot of issues. I have a lot of issues with the world today. I have a few fleeting problems with this book.
You have a quibble?
I have a quibble. A few quibbles with this book. So on the cover you have Doctor Doom and Submariner laying waste to these 3 baddies, and Doctor Doom laying a blast, and he's like, your mindless hordes must fall beneath the ultimate power of Doctor Doom. And Atuma.
I think it's Atuma. We can just call him Tuna.
I'm gonna say Atuma because Atuma just makes me feel like I
think it's Atuma, but we could call him Tuna.
No, because that's not his name.
What if it was his name?
It's not his name. He's a man-fish man.
What if that's what tuna really is?
No.
Have you ever seen a real tuna? Like, not in a can?
I'm trying to think.
So you don't know it's not a man-fish man.
Okay.
A delicious man-fish man.
Good to know that the tuna I've been eating my entire life is an edible blue man.
Is it like... Would that technically be cannibalism, or is it like half cannibalism because he's kind of man, but more fish?
Do the Atlanteans taste like fish?
I mean,
if they get caught in a net, caught in the net, and process their meat, would they
processed in a canning plant?
Yeah,
in Mr. Burns' canning plant.
Mr. Burns' Atlantean slurry. Atlantean slurry. Actually, I think eating Atlantean slurry would make us superpowered. So you're hoping for an Atlantean to get caught up in there like this dummy.
Yeah.
A tuna. Anyway, so Atuma is saying, "No, Doom, today Atuma rules supreme," but he is not doing. Because Atuma's teaming up with we don't see Dr. Dorcas, but we see Tiger Shark, and Tiger Shark is upside down, like he's just getting punched. He's swatted by a Submariner, and he's like, he's not even.
Oh, because he's like in a ship.
Yeah, because there's like these octomechs or whatever they have.
There's a lot of weird in this book. Let's be honest. I'm like, what the fuck?
Anyways, so supervillain team up. Yeah.
Supervillain team up.
Supervillain team up. Super village people.
Super village people.
Super village people. Man.
There was a Doctor Doom in the Village People.
Super village people would have been a great book. If that was.
Let's bring that back. I'm going to pitch that title. We're going to make Super Village People.
Well, you got like the police officer. That could have been like, who's a super cop in the WCE, or like Lady Cop.
Oh, yeah.
She could have been in there.
Yeah.
The Indians, you could have like Red Wolf.
Yeah.
The cowboy, you could have like, Two-Gun Kid.
Vigilante.
Or Vigilante.
Yeah.
Or Jonah Hex. That's
Jonah Hex, that would have worked
These
too.
are just DC, but who cares?
That's okay.
So the story is called If Vengeance Fails.
It doesn't fail.
It doesn't fail.
No, it doesn't fail.
We were watching...
Don't worry about that.
Last night we were watching Phenomena by Dario Argento, and one of the few good movies from the 80s that features a positive monkey vengeance.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that monkey, he gets his revenge.
He gets his revenge. Most of the time in monkey violence movies, monkeys are causing problems.
Yes, and it's usually the humans who have to get the vengeance on the monkey.
But this is the other way around.
The other way around.
Monkey gets monkey vengeance. Positive monkey vengeance occurs in this movie.
Yes, it does.
I highly recommend it. Anyway, so we got Submariner. He is ready to go wild on Dr. Dorcas. And he's being held back by Atuma and Tiger Shark.
Because we have to also say that on this very first page, we are picking up right after a lady got fridged.
Yeah.
So, what's her name? Betty
Dean, who
is like a green Atlantean lady.
Green Atlantean lady. She's also the daughter of Jimmy Dean, who makes sausages.
See, maybe.
Oh, see, well, the connection.
There's a connection.
If you're green, you taste like sausage. If you're blue, you taste like tuna.
Oh wow! See, now we know things.
And if you're Namor, you just taste like human because he's the one. He's the one one that you shouldn't eat. That was his tagline in the 70s. Submariner, the one you shouldn't eat.
So she has just been killed in the last issue. So she's just laying there dead. And Submariner's like, no, my feelings, my plot point. So he's all sad.
Yeah.
And angry. He's more angry than anything else.
Oh, yeah. And so he's... he's getting beat up.
Yeah, so he's getting beat up. In which one? There's Tiger Shark. So Tiger Shark's like kicking him in the face. And then Atuma is like stomping on him.
Well, here's the thing. This is weird physics wise, because all of it's just weird physics wise. But Atuma is doing his best Kevin Sullivan impression and doing a double foot stomp on.
He looks like he's doing a squat, actually.
That too, but he's doing the full stomp on
Namor.
Mm-hmm. And Namor somehow just lifts a leg and an arm and knocks this guy head.
Swats him away.
He swats him away, but from that vantage point on the ground, how do you generate? I mean, I know he's strong.
Yeah,
but you can't just go
Yeah, that's the thing.
And hit somebody that hard that is already pretty much striking. Like he's already pretty much like jumping at him.
He's on his chest.
He's on his chest.
And here's what also doesn't make any sense. So like these two are fighting him, and Atuma jumps on him, and he's like, "The opportunity to smash my greatest foe is long overdue," and so he kicks him off, and Namor says something like, "Namor, was ever your better." And then as Atuma's sitting there being like, my head or whatever, Tiger Shark gives him this weird lecture on how he shouldn't talk to him.
Yeah.
I read this panel 4 times. I don't understand it.
Is this what you were telling me about this morning?
What does this mean? What the fuck? What do you mean words? He's like, words, Atuma.
Okay.
Blah, blah, blah.
Words, Atuma, even if he is just a slimy half-breed out on his feet from Dorcas's weapons, excuse me, he is still too much of a man to be beaten by high and mighty words.
And if he had
and words are something that Tiger Shark ain't got no use for.
Right. I would understand this if all Atuma was doing is talking to him. But Atuma, as we see, just stomped on this motherfucker.
Yeah.
So What the hell are you even talking about?
And Tiger Shark's the one that's he's talking too. Tiger Shark, like, even before when he kicks initially
it's not like
kicks
he
him
was
down.
monologuing and he's like, "No, shut up, no more talking. We're going to start punching." They were already physically fighting, and then he gives him the speech. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't fit here.
And Tiger Shark's being a hypocrite because Tiger Shark was the one saying, "Oh, I can't wait to kick your ass."
Yeah.
And then he's still talking as they're still talking.
They're
at
still
each other.
talking, and then Tiger Shark jumps at him, and then Namor's like, words. What does he say here? He says, "Your words have won the respect of the Submariner."
What?
I'm like, what? I don't. What the fuck are you even talking about?
Did he win a speech award?
I don't know.
Oh, is there someone? Did I miss something? Did I miss a ceremony where you gave him a statue?
Yeah, I don't.
I had one of
No,
those.
that's
when
why I
I
was like,
a kid.
I just don't understand why that panel's there. So anyway, and then Tiger Shark's like, "I ain't got time for your speeches, Gil man," and he punches him.
Yeah, so he's getting.
And I was like, so
because Storm Namor is kind of weak right now because he's gotten
yeah, he's having a hard day. So he gets punched. In the background, creepily lurking throughout this whole thing.
Okay, here's well, first of all, I have something very. And you probably don't know much about.
I know nothing.
You know about Namor.
Besides the fact that he's weird.
Right? Yeah, he's just a weird, haughty man.
He's a weird character.
He's a weird, haughty man with wings, feet, and muscles and everything. But this is back when he's wearing his black, his weird. How do I describe this outfit? His scaly vest that he has with the fit wings on it, and this is where he's always. They always kind of label him a villain. Mm-hmm. But he's not really a villain. I don't understand. I never really could have understood that because I've always seen him as a hero, but it's like when he's been introduced into certain stories, he's there to because as the Prince of Atlantis, mm-hmm. he's always like, I want to ruin humanity, and I want the world. I want everything. I want to be the king of the surface world and the water world. But then sometimes just I just care about the water world, Right. So I don't understand. I don't understand that. So that's why, which is why it's weird because it's supervillain team it does feature Red Skull.
Yes.
There's other books, other villains involved in these stories, but this is just strange. It's just weird to me.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, he is a villain. He's supposed to be a heel here, but he's kind of a good guy, and I guess maybe he's kind of in a way he's the bridge to kind of help make this relatable to Doctor Doom.
Sure.
But. But anyway, so Doctor Doom. Okay, anyway, so Doctor Doom's here.
He's creeping in the background. So he really is creepy. He's just you can see his shadow just in the panel.
He's even for the very first page. He's in the very first page.
Yeah, but
it's
in
just
the a black shadow just being creepy.
And they go, and the guy and the Tiger Shark and them are like, "Oh, we forgot about him." It's like, what? You forgot?
How do you forget about Doctor Doom?
How do you forget about Doctor Doom just standing there the whole time?
He is a giant man wearing a cape and a metal mask.
And the metal mask. How do you forget Doctor Doom exists?
Yeah, but they did. And so then Doctor Doom, he's like, aha, I'm going to make Namor my buddy. So he zaps everybody with electricity, but not enough to kill anybody because he wants to, rescue Namor from this fight.
He does this thing where he stuns everybody.
Yeah.
Puts him out of commission. And then, Namor... But here's the thing. So Namor's like... I want you to help me, and so he knocks him out. So they stop fighting.
Yeah,
but then he comes to anyways.
Namor can't make up his mind of what he really wants out of this part, or if he even wants this partnership to begin with.
Yeah,
because he comes to, and then he's like, "No, Doom," and he's going in and out of consciousness, trying to. Does
he get knocked?
He does eventually. So he's Dr. Doom's like, I'm here to help you, and Namor's kind of fighting him.
But it's funny because so what happens is Doom shocks these other two guys.
Yeah.
He stuns them enough, and then Doom is Namor's like, oh, I don't know if I want to go or whatever. I do want to go, and I want vengeance, but blah blah blah, and. Doom, but then the other guys are still there.
Yeah,
and they recover enough to start messing with to come back at them.
Yeah,
but then Namor and Doom start fighting.
Right.
And then eventually Doom just says, fuck it. And then
he transports them out of there.
They just transport.
He's like,
and they just get out of there.
no. So, and then they're like, where'd they go? And they're like, I don't know. So Doom transports him back to his little ship.
Doom transports his ship. He has like a Sequest ship or some shit.
Yeah, and of course Namor's still fighting with him. He's
still fighting, but he's still woozy. He's
woozy.
He's
he basically passes out because he's exhausted. So Doom is like, well, I guess I'll just leave you here on the floor. And so
he doesn't. He puts him in a little
I know he does. I'm assuming his servants put him in a bath. I'm assuming Dr. Doom just leaves him there and like calls somebody.
Hey, somebody pick up this idiot.
Pick up this guy. So
I brought back a water hobo.
They're like, not again. So Namor comes to, and he's in like some weird chemical bath.
Yeah, he's in a chemical bath because he's got to be in water.
Mod looking chick just like taking care of him.
Yeah, Dr. Doom just has a bunch of hot ladies at his
He hangs
employ.
out with ladies.
Yeah, some hot Latverian
Ladies.
winners. Yeah.
So then Namor's like, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get Dr. Doom. And he's like, oh no, Dr. Doom put you in this bath, and he's very good to his people. We are his people. He's good to us. And Namor's like, oh well, okay, maybe it's okay if I hang out with Dr. Doom then. So then they go into like a computer room.
Yeah, he's got a
bat computer.
Yeah, he's got a very big computer in this thing, and like he's not. What is he doing?
It's the 70s. I don't know what he's doing. I think he's looking at maps. I assume that's.
I love old timey computer.
Yeah, these huge things.
Huge things with like just different random panels of buttons.
So many buttons. There are so many buttons on these.
Which I mean, you can't tell me that's got to be easy for him to use with his giant metal fingers.
That's true. He wears metal gloves all the time.
Yeah.
Basically, Dr. Doom is like the Phantom of the Opera. Mm-hmm. And he wears a mask, and he like crouches over his piano, or in this case, computer. And I'm assuming he's just like singing Andrew
Lloyd Webber?
Lloyd Webber songs. I was going to call him Andrew Dice Webber, and I was like, that's not right.
Is he singing Andrew Dice Clay? Is he replayed?
No, it's Andrew Dice Webber.
Dickory dock. Doom went up the clock.
And it's on Broadway.
Dr. Doom recites Andrew Dice Clay on Broadway. I think that's...
Off Broadway.
Off Broadway, more like in the ocean, which is where this is. He's going to do it here. In New Jersey tunnel. Hey, I can't wait to see Dr. Doom recite the farthest off Broadway play ever.
So Dr. Doom has a bunch of people getting stuff together because he says, we're going to attack these guys because Namor, I know that you have to like strike vengeance for that woman who got fridged because, man feels and plot points. It's like, so I've temporarily set aside our larger plans to concentrate on your personal vendetta and kick these guys' asses.
Which is very nice of him.
Yeah, super nice.
Because he wants friends.
And Namor's like, man, I'm super impressed. So let's do this. And then, of course, Namor's like, wait, you're an arrogant tyrant. And then he like
you're a piece of shit.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know, he's like bipolar or something. Because like he's like, oh, I'm impressed. Oh, wait, no, tyrant. Meh.
Because he sits there and he's like, wait, you're a piece of shit. I just remembered.
Yeah, I think it's his eyebrows.
Oh, this is the one where you forgot this panel.
Oh, yeah, well...
I know we're 12. But,
yeah, we are.
So the girl is coming to get him to go hang out with Doom. And the girl's
back
like,
computer / Andrew Lloyd Webber machine.
Andrew Lloyd Webber machine. And he's like, the girl's like, Prince Namor, Lord is pleased that you are recovered. And he asks that you accompany me. And he's like, Namor comes, woman.
And honestly, he says that a lot because I've read another book with him in it.
He's coming.
And he says that, and I had taken a picture of it, put it on Instagram and said, Namor, don't be too proud of yourself. Like,
Namor's coming all over the place.
Apparently, because he always says, Namor comes, woman. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So, I mean,
but yeah, so he's
for you.
So he starts throwing shade at Dr. Doom, which, I mean, as if anybody needs shade thrown at him, it's Dr. Doom. However, he's... I mean, look, I would be skeptical. I don't blame him for being skeptical.
No, I don't either, but...
And then
And then Namor's like, "Oh wait, no, never mind, Dr. Doom."
It's funny because he's kind of has like this face where he's like holding his face and he's like cranky.
He's
like,
so dramatic. He is a very dramatic character.
Oh yeah.
He's like, "No, you're right, Dr. Doom. Let's go kick some ass." So I guess we're at the like space or not space, the sea base or something. What is this thing called? Hydrobase. And there's like these. It's not all underwater. It is part on land near the water.
No, this is not water. This is all underwater.
Is it?
Yeah. Under the sea. Do.
But all these people there's all these people running around like humans, and they don't have any protective gear on.
Because they're Atlanteans.
That guy's Dr. Dorcas. He's
in the building.
But he comes outside later, and the ship falls on him. That's how he dies. Remember? That's why I'm like, I think it's not underwater.
Oh, it's a floating island. Okay.
Oh, that makes more sense. Okay. And there's like these weird. They look like hats with.
They're
tentacles.
octomechs.
They look like hats.
They look like little saucer hats with tentacles.
They look like the hat Beyonce wore in the Formation video. With tentacles coming out of the bottom of it.
Maybe she's a real fan of this comic.
Maybe that's a shout out.
She's like, you know what?
I gotta give love to Namor.
Yo, I was like, I gotta give love to supervillain team up number 3.
From 1975. It's a real deep cut. Only the real nerds will know.
only people that are gonna care about this are people that have this book. Because maybe because you'll never know. Maybe there's a lot of nerds that really like Beyonce, and they're like, "Yo,
yeah, that's true." Yeah. They're going through all of her videos and pulling out all the comic book references.
Hey, if you can find them, good on you.
And it's all in MS Paint with like circles drawn around it, and, like arrows and shit.
Yeah,
it's just like Namor, like a big exclamation point.
So they're in this. I think they're in the ship here.
Yeah, they like fly in on a ship.
Oh no! Okay, so Namor or Doom shows up on a ship, and he's like, "Hey, I'm here to throw.
Got a thing.
I'm throwing something at you. Like I'm on the ship and I'm throwing something at you." And he throws like an anchor.
Yeah, which
like a gravity anchor.
At first, I thought it was just a harpoon.
Yeah, I don't know why do this?
Yeah, it's like it wraps itself around. It's like an anchor, but then it also has like a claw. It's kind of like one of those machines where you try to get like a stuffed animal out of it and and you just waste money. It's one of those. So it like claws him and then like it pins Tiger Shark to the ground. And he's like, "Doc, it's stuck on me. I'm so weak." Because he's talking to Dr. Dorcas.
Yeah.
Who is outside.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not in the water.
And he's like, I don't know, does he shoot it off of him?
I don't know what he's doing here. It's like he's shooting him. He's shooting it off of him, or he's shooting past him. I don't know what he's doing. He's just like, I don't have...
Yeah, he's like, I'm going to destroy you. I'm going to destroy it, Doom. Destroy it, and you're next.
Like, he's talking shit to Doom, and this guy's like, ah!
Doom's still in a ship, so I don't...
So Doom lays wait, does like something where he just blasts a bunch of stuff off, you know.
Yeah, a bunch of people die, and all those.
Well, nobody. I don't know if he died, but he just kind of all these octomechs are around, and he just goes explode, and everything flies away.
Yeah, so the Beyonce hats crash, and Doom like flies away. So, what is Dorcas doing here? He looks all upset.
So Dorcas is upset because he's realizing that Doom is too strong for him and for Tiger Shark, and he is freaking out, and he's like, well, we need Atuma to come here. And Atuma's like, I'll fucking rip him apart.
Right.
You know? And as Atuma's going off to...
So Doom has run away.
No, Doom hasn't run away.
Well, that's the idea.
Doom's fighting
Doom flew the thing, because there he is right there. And so he flies over this hill.
Yeah.
Before Dorcas is like, oh, he's going to come back. So we need Atuma.
Mm-hmm.
So while all that's going on, Namor is freeing the Atlantean hostages.
Yes.
That they have.
He is sneaking.
And he's not wearing sneakers.
Yeah.
He needs sneakers for sneaking.
Yeah, no, he sneaks and he releases these guys, and then he's like, hey,
what about that red chick that's super hot?
I'm looking for some random chick. Like, he's always looking for... How many women does he have?
He's got a lot of ladies.
Because there's this one girl that...
I mean, when you have wings on your feet.
The girl with the sausage is
weird
dead.
Eyebrows, by the way.
And then...
This one's... Wait, so the other... what it was. Green tastes like sausage, blue tastes like tuna, red tastes like beef. Is she a beef woman?
I don't know.
Is she a Texas Red
She's
Hot?
a spicy tuna. Spicy tuna. She's
spicy tuna.
She's poke.
It's okay. So she does like poke.
Yeah, so she's one of the red. She's apparently a red Atlantean, and her name is Tamara. And he's like, "Yo, where's Tamara?" And
she's wearing like this.
She's dressed
weird,
like
a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader.
Exactly.
That's exactly what she looks like.
I'm like, why is she? Because she's got stars on her breasts,
on her boobs. Like she's wearing like a white short dress thing that has like an opening in the midriff, and then like the boob cups have like 2 blue stars on them. But by the way, she's also being stretched horribly on a rack, so she's gonna die. And she's like, I can't take it. No, oh no, but I'm still super sexy in my pain.
Yeah.
Don't forget. So Namor comes in and he like frees her. We assume we don't actually ever see her outside this panel.
I forgot why he's so upset. Because in the rest of the book,
I guess
I'm like,
she never. This is it. This is the only panel she's in, and it's a full body drawing of her just looking super hot. You'd never see this woman again.
That's literally the only one she's in.
Yeah.
So then as so Atuma shows up, and Atuma's like,
yeah. So back outside,
Atuma and Sharky and Dorcasy are shooting at Doom, and Namor comes up behind him and says, "I got a gun too." And he
has like a weird like energy gun that Doom gave him. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna put them in hardened energy that even the Hulk couldn't smash."
Yeah.
So it's some sort of like weird energy resin.
Yeah. So he puts them.
But apparently it doesn't work. Because they get free.
No, they get free because he does that, and then he decides that by the steeds of Triton, that he wants his vengeance.
Are those like seahorses?
Yeah,
they must be
seahorses,
right?
Seahorse steeds,
little tiny ones.
Yeah. They ride little horses. So he's it's funny because he brings. And I felt Doom might be pissed, right? Because Doom's like, okay, here's the plan. You're gonna like freeze them, and then we're gonna like, you're gonna free these people, and then you could freeze them, and I'll blow up this thing. We'll just get our vengeance. We'll do this, right?
Right. And Namor's like, nah.
Namor's like, you know what? It's like, I'll freeze him. It's like, no, wait, I want to fight. And he takes the gun and he smashes it on a rock. So that they are free.
They're free.
They're not even free. They're only free. They're only like frozen for like a minute.
Yeah, a panel, like literally a panel.
Like for a minute, like he just has them frozen. He's like, all right, this is good. Oh wait, this sucks. Like, fuck this.
Yeah, he's like, no, I want actual vengeance. Though I think freezing someone in energy resin, that's pretty good vengeance.
Yeah.
And then he's like,
it's not monkey vengeance, but it'll do.
Namor starts like. Basically, he just jumps into the middle of these guys, and this is the weirdest position ever, because like he's kicking this Dr. Dorcas in the chin.
He's kind of like doing a spin move as he's diving it. He's got his waist one way.
He's an Escher girl at this point because he's doing boobs and butt. Because here's his shoulders, you can see his pecs, but you can also see his ass. But even though there's no way like anybody could ever turn this way without probably like dying.
Well, Namor and his great muscles. Here's the problem though, is that so he's punching. Okay, he's punching Tiger Shark.
Yes.
He's kicking Dorcas.
But nothing is happening to Atuma.
But Atuma's just like, arg!
Yeah, Atuma is saying arg, but
is he a pirate?
I don't know. Did he? Because it doesn't look like he made any contact with him at all.
With Atuma, no, he didn't.
No.
That's what
so Atuma just says arg.
Atuma's just like
he's like, I just want to be included.
He's kind of doing that thing where it's like, when you think something's gonna hit you and you go and it doesn't.
Yeah,
I do that all the time.
I know.
He
just wants to feel included. That's all.
Hey, I would be a pirate too. Oh.
That's a preemptive arg.
That's a preemptive pirate strike. That's one of Namor's lesser known powers to make you want to be a pirate.
Make you wince and say arg.
To make you have a pirate flinch. That happened a few times to the thing when he was in the Four Freedoms Plaza. He just walks by and he goes arg, and he's like, "What's wrong?" It's like, "Hi, me matey." Oh wait, you're down the hall now. All right, I don't want to loot and plunder anymore. So Doom comes out of his ship. Because they bring him down somehow.
I thought he just landed. I thought Doom, because that was wasn't that the whole plan? He's going to freeze this. Doom's going to come down.
Oh no, he says no. He comes down because he's like, my weapons are failing. I've been using too much power, so I gotta like be careful because these the Octomechs, are taking me out, and so Doom comes out, but then the guys that are Tuma's buddies are like, "Hey, Doom's out," blah blah. And they and they start chasing after him.
Yes,
including
and now we find the worst character in this book,
the Atlantean Jester.
Because
what's his name?
I don't know. He's got a San something. Saru-san or
Dr. Saru-san. He's a doctor, and then he's also
the Jester.
He's also the Jester. So he played.
He just shows up because it's like all these guys are running at him. There's all these dudes are gonna come attack him, but instead of this battle actually happening, because it looks like there's a lot of dudes here swarming on Doom, the only person that we actually see is the Jester, who starts making fun of Doom and calling him like a scary cat and shit.
And then why does he starts digging in the ground?
Yeah,
for some
now he's
reason?
on the ground. But like the whole look at all these people, they're running. This guy's shooting at Doom in this panel, but this whole thing has stopped so we can watch this fucker dig in the ground.
Because Atlanteans love a good tight five when you're fighting. They're like,
that's why this Andrew.
They're like, hang on, we got to stop for jokes.
Is that why Doom is hanging out with him? Because he's Andrew Dice Weber.
Yes,
he's like hickory dickory.
Yeah,
in sleep they sang to me like that.
Yeah. I want to start doing a bunch of dice bits, but I don't really feel. I feel like I have to, in terms of good taste, which none of us have on the show.
No, God, no.
I'll just leave it alone.
It's best not to.
Because it was just I'm trying to think of good Dice Clay and as an Atlantean doing a tight five.
I'm sure he would have a lot of jokes about dolphin fucking.
Hey, so I'm fucking this dolphin, yeah.
Sometimes, right? Like, what else?
So me and this dolphin were having a screw. And then out comes Dr. Doom, and I'm like, oh, by the way, more like Dr. Blow Me.
That was pretty much a dice bit. Very good, babe.
So I'm fucking this whale in the blowhole. Actually, I kind of want to do... I kind of wish that was a thing. Oh, you know what? I mean, I probably could if I really want to. If they have those cosplay comedian.
Oh, there
things.
you go.
And I'm like, I'm Andrew Dice Clay, but I'm an Atlantean. I'm doing all my jokes. It's all dice style jokes, but underwater. So I got these crabs, and I was like, oh, it's like a pet, isn't it? And I was like, no, I got crabs everywhere because I'm dirty. He can't smoke his cigarette, just a soggy cigarette.
It just disintegrates and floats away.
Yeah, no, Andrew, maybe that's something that needs to happen.
Yeah,
I hope all you people that discovered the show this week from me posting it other places are impressed.
Oh yeah. So wait, I just want to get this straight. You want to get up in front of a room of people and do comedy as Andrew Dice Clay as an Atlantean, but we think it's a bad idea for me to cut an album and dance around in too tight clothing and a cowboy hat. I think both are embarrassing.
Right, but I feel like well, you can. I'm not saying you shouldn't.
What if I made it comic book related?
It would be on brand, yes.
So it's like, let's pretend Big Barda divorced Mr. Miracle, married a rich old man, and then became kind of a fat trophy wife who used to be hot, and then decided.
No, she would just be Samuel Big Barda.
No, she became a fat trophy wife though, because those women always look like kind of a little off. So she's got to be like a kind of chubby trophy wife who thinks she's still hot and doesn't realize that
You're
she's
Big
old.
Barda. You're beautiful Big Barda.
But I want to do a video where.
Oh, but you want to do the
I
video
want to be like a 65-year-old woman in a string bikini video.
So would you sing songs about apocalypse?
I mean, what else would I sing about?
Or the female furies and talk about pounding men? Men need a good pounding. See, now I like it.
This is my.
Now I'm into it.
The title of my first single is "Men Need a Good Pounding."
What was the album? Real Life Sad.
Real Life Sad.
With the first single, "Men Need a Good Pounding." Okay.
All right.
I'm on board. And we could tour. I could tour with my Atlantean.
Andrew Dice Clay, you can
Dice
open
Clay.
for me.
I got a Andrew Fish Clay. Andrew Dice Mud.
Andrew Fish Mud? No.
Andrew Fish. No.
No.
You gotta have dice in there somewhere.
Yeah.
I think people.
Andrew Dice Fish?
Andrew Dice Fish. Anyways, so getting back to this dumb comic.
Oh yeah. So while that jester is, I don't know what he's doing, Namor is still fighting everybody. So
Yeah, Namor's just having a good fight.
Yeah. So
and so in this
punching people.
And this whole time, Dorcas is like, I got a gun.
Yeah, and it does.
My gun's gonna knock you out.
And he picks it up and kind of like.
No, he doesn't do anything. Namor's just getting beat up because.
Oh, he just got. So basically, he just got.
Because Tiger Shark gives him like the rhino in the back.
Yeah.
You
So
know.
I thought this gun was doing this to
No.
him, but apparently it is not.
No, but the gun. He's like, look, this gun is fully charged, and you're weak, so you're about to go down. And just
That's like when a parent's like, if you don't stop by the time I count to 10.
yeah,
He's just counting very slowly. He's like 8.5.
and he just keeps threatening, and then we
Yeah,
go back.
nothing's happening.
So then we go back to Doom, and Doom, Doom's on the ground, and all these, Atuma's buddies are like, let's get this stuff off of him. We want his armor because he's, got the space armor and stuff,
And for some, I don't know where Dr. Doom got these things, but he's holding what basically look like 2 A-bombs.
Well, that's what he says. He says 2 of the missiles fell off of the Octomech.
Oh, so okay.
Because some of the Octomechs fell, and so these 2.
Well,
so
they just
apparently, these Octomechs are made of like paper mache.
And you would assume that if they fell and didn't explode, that this would not work. They'd be duds.
Yeah,
But
if you exploded an Aquamech or it fell down, the missiles would explode.
Right.
But whatever.
They're just laying there in the sand, luckily right where Dr. Doom has fallen, so he takes them and he just smashes them together and he kills all of these people.
Kills all these people, then he actually I like when he stands up because he doesn't Doom doesn't think words. He says them.
Yes. There's no thought
stands
bubbles
up.
for Dr. Doom.
He stands up and he's like, my armor withstood the blast, and he looks, which is great because he looks like almost kind of like he did on the cover of the one issue of Secret Wars. I think it's issue 10 or whatever, where he's just like, he's fighting the Beyonder and he's just shredded.
Yeah.
Like his outfit's just shredded.
Yeah.
And but his fabric's all shredded and stuff. He's like, my armor withstood the blast. I live. Dr. Doom lives. Hear me, barbaric scum. Or can you no longer hear?
Well, they can't. They're all dead.
Snap. Because I'm looking at your ears and now they're vaporized.
Get some ice for that sick burn at Dr. Doom. So Namor still fighting, punching Tiger Shark in the head.
He's giving Tiger Shark a noogie, it looks like. He looks like he's giving him what I could best describe as...
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
It's best described as back in the day when, what's-his-face? Sergeant Slaughter came back to the WWF in the 90s. He used the what was best described as the atomic noogie as his finisher, which basically looks like this here, where he took his fist and he would drive his knuckle into your temple until you submitted.
Sergeant Slaughter alive?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He still works for the E.
Oh, he just did the voice for that cartoon. That
he did the voice for
horrible cartoon.
Yeah, he still did that. He's still around. He does, he still shows up at indie things, and they still, he's a producer and stuff like that.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
Not dead. Usually all the wrestlers are dead, so I always have to ask.
No, he's alive, yeah.
Yeah, so Namor's punching this guy in the head, and Tiger Shark is like, the doc, please. And this is finally when the Dr. Dorcas is like, I should use this gun I've been holding for the last 6 weeks.
I know, you've been shouting about it for like a decade.
So he finally does, and he kind of shoots Tiger Shark instead. I don't really know who he hits here.
Oh, he's just shooting at. He's like, I got the gun, blah 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 blah, and they're like, it didn't
hit anything. He's horrible. He's pointless.
Namor's like, yeah, you suck.
And then so I think he hits Tiger Shark here because Namor like throws him into it, and he's down. So Tiger Shark's now down, and he
throws. So what he does?
Hold on, because he's like, I'm not going to kill you, Dr. Dorcas, even though I want my vengeance.
Yeah.
But you know what I am going to do? I'm going to throw Tiger Shark's body into this ship that's behind you.
To the Octomech, yeah.
And be apparently because they're horribly shitty.
Oh, these are made out of like made out of popsicle sticks.
It's hopefully gonna fall on you.
I mean, Tiger Shark is he's genetically enhanced, so he's not just a regular body.
So he throws Tiger Shark at Dr. Dorcas, and Dr. Dorcas is like, "You miss me," but it hits the Octomech, which then falls onto Dr. Dorcas. He goes, "No, ugh," and it says, "It is done." So,
nope. He has one.
That guy's dead.
Yeah, he has one. He has one last pirate. He goes, "Arg!"
Yeah. So that's what I mean. Like, this is kind of like how Batman is like, "I don't kill," but then he ruins people to the point where
Namor
they
is water
probably
Batman.
die of complications.
Oh, Namor, yeah. Cool. Dr. Dorcas should know better, anyways. Though I'm just gonna say this because everybody else here is super powered, and Dr. Dorcas is just a stocky man, stocky evil doctor, that creates stuff and messes with Namor.
Yeah.
And he should know better.
Yes. Well,
so he had it coming. I don't really.
But
have
I
much
love how
sympathy for
Namor
him.
thinks that he didn't kill Dr. Dorcas because the ship fell on him. But he made the ship fall on him, so he killed Dr. Dorcas. But
he knew what he was doing.
It's still one of those things where, like,
you're not reasoning with Namor.
you remember that I think it's a Funny or Die where Pete Holmes is Batman and he's like shooting everybody.
He's asleep. Yeah.
That's exactly what this
He's
is.
taking a nap.
This is like, as long as I didn't personally kill him, it's like in the Lego Batman trailer where he gets in the Batmobile and the flame from the Batmobile kills all the people behind him.
Yes.
It's that. It's like, I didn't actually do it with my hands or a gun, therefore I am not responsible for their death. Even though you are 100%.
Yeah, so so after he kills Dorcas, he tell they're like amphibious people. They're like scaly amphibious people.
Yeah.
The one chick apparently he was dating.
What, the red one? She's not even in this.
No,
panel.
the other girl from Jimmy Dean's daughter.
Oh,
the first page,
his fridge.
The fridged one, yeah. She got So he.
That's right. The red one's still there.
Red one's still good.
So he'll be fine.
Red one's still good. What happened to
Don't
the red
worry
one?
about Namor.
So he's like, look, put them into prison. They're like, oh, we've got a prison the Avengers couldn't break out of, so we'll throw him in there, and they took care of that. And then so Namor's just kind of like, everything's okay. But Namor,
do I still hang out with Dr. Doom?
Well, but Dr. Doom is down there on the beach. Because
There's all these bodies because all the dead people.
Is that all dead people?
Yeah, those are all dead people.
I thought that was like I thought that was
that's
like
a body.
I thought that was beach miscellany.
No, those are all the people Dr. Doom exploded.
Oh,
and so that there's Dr. Doom and the Jester.
What has he been doing this whole time? Then just like torturing these people?
Well, no, he killed them all with the bomb things.
Yeah,
and so I don't know if we're supposed to think all this is happening simultaneously.
I don't know. It feels like it's been very awkward for the past couple of minutes here with Dr. Doom because he's down there with the Jester.
With the Jester,
and Namor's watching this from up top, and he's like, "Yo, that guy's a jester."
Yeah,
like,
he's like,
what's he doing with him?
I was just kidding. It was just a joke. And basically, Dr. Doom is Donald Trump on Twitter.
Oh yeah,
he's like, somebody made 100%. A joke about me. Now I'm gonna have to yell at them for 40 tweets. This is what's happening.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No what? So, yeah, we're Dr. Doom's our president.
Yeah, the Jester's like, I just tell jokes. Like that's my job. I'm a comedian. I'm supposed to make jokes. And he's like,
this is what happened to Dice in real life.
He's like, here's some more unexploded bombs because all the shit on this island is pointless. Why don't you show me what I did to those guys? And the Jester's like, okay. And he smashes them together and he dies. And then Namor appears. Did he jump down?
He did. He came down. He's watching us from afar. He waited till this exploded and
he was like,
I like that he explodes. So he explodes these bombs. And then, like, it's weird because the way the panel's set, it's like, he's like this, Master, and then you see R gets in the same panel, but then, like, you just see his head.
Yeah.
Like, I think his head explodes off.
I assume so. And so Namor shows up and he's like, that was murder. Not like what I just did up on the top of the rocks over there, which was also murder, but that was murder. And Dr. Doom's like, oh, spare me your bullshit.
These two panels right here. these two panels right here represent the 2016 election. I'm sorry to get political, people, but holy shit, I'm reading and looking at this because Namor was like, Doom, he was harmless, that was murder, and the Doom's like, no, I am in no mood to be lectured, Namor. Your value judgments interest me not.
Yeah,
I do as I choose and answer to no one.
Yep.
Woo!
so
I feel like I should take a picture of this and be like America 2017.
pretty much. And he's like, but Doom, we won. Perhaps we are invincible. But I wonder of what manner of soulless creature I am allied with. And Dr. Doom's like, beware, one day I might turn on you. And our alliance will dissolve with your death.
I like how he's like, you did pretty good, but and Dr. Doom's like, yeah, but I still suck.
Yeah, I'm still terrible.
I suck ass. I'm terrible.
I assume he says this, I may turn on you and dissolve our alliance with your death. I assume that he says that very menacingly. I would like to imagine that he says it just like kindly, like, oh yeah, but I could kill you.
Anyways, goodbye.
Anyway, I have to go find a new tunic. This one's all shredded.
Yeah.
So that's the end of that.
Oh, so anyways, there's actually a letters page which I didn't read.
Called Bad Tidings.
But it's called Bad Tidings.
I like that.
Yeah, I think that makes me happy. So yeah, but that's it for Supervillain Team Up December 1975. Sorry, Supervillain Team Up number 3 from December 1975, featuring Dr. Doom and the Savage Submariner. Would you read the next issue of this?
Maybe. And the only reason I say I love these team up books, I love, this is my sweet spot for comics. So I like all of that. I just don't know if I care enough about Namor.
Well, it doesn't always have Namor.
Well, that's what I mean. If it's not these two, then yes, because the last one did, because we were carrying on the story of how that woman got fridged. So, yeah. If it didn't have, I'm not a big Namor fan. I find him...
Who is?
I'm assuming there must be Namor fans out there.
Are there Namor guys? I mean, I know Aquaman's got his folks, but does Namor have his posse?
It's a good question. I'm assuming he does.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe. What about you?
You know what? I don't think so.
No?
I'm kind of depressed, actually. I'm kind of sad. I'm like,
you sad that guy just blew himself up with the most terrible bombs. And actually, it would have been better if they didn't work. It'd been like, everything on this island sucks, and then Dr. Doom like stomped him to death like American History X.
It's just something about all this is just very, the way that Doom and stuff is. I don't feel good.
It's hard to want these guys to be here, like to read a book about these two and want them to be heroic. Like, you're just fighting other villains.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, it's all right.
I mean, it's okay.
It's okay. We'll go with it's okay.
But I mean, I'm not going to go out my way to find this out. No. So I'm just being honest here.
That's what this show is.
Yeah. Honesty.
Sure.
Well, that's it for this week's show. You can find me on Twitter again at Angry Hero Sean, SHAWN. Also, my Instagram is Angry Hero Sean, and the Tumblr is angryhero.tumblr.com.
And I'm at
the Angry Hero. I'm sorry, the Angry Hero. Yeah.
And I'm at Jen Stansfield on Twitter and Instagram, jenstansfield.tumblr.com, and jenstansfield.wordpress.com.
And, of course, go online on wherever it is that you listen to the show. If you're on iTunes, please give us 5 stars. If you think we deserve it, please rate a review. Tell a friend. And that stuff really helps. It helps, share the links on Instagram or share wherever we're sharing the links. If you see it and you want to tell a friend about it, tell them to go on iTunes and check it out, or wherever it is on SoundCloud, Stitcher. Tune in wherever you listen to the show. So please support. And don't forget the email address, worstcollectionever@gmail.com. You can email the show and talk to us there if you have any books you want us to read or things you want to discuss. Yeah,
suggestions are cool.
Yeah, things, or you want to correct us, please do.
Oh, yes. Again, we don't do any research.
If you got any good names for Dice as a comedian.
Any good Dice Fish jokes?
And you got any good Dice Fish jokes? I am open to that.
We're putting together Sean's Tight 5.
Put that Tight 5 together. I'll do it up at Kamikaze 2017. Maybe. Who knows? Well, maybe Stan Lee will be in a room. He'll wanna sign me to his label.
Oh, I'm sure. Does Stanley have a label?
I don't know.
Oh.
I said he does. I got a label. Excelsior Records.
Stan Lee's never gonna die.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So yeah. So that's it for this week's show. Thanks for listening, folks, and we'll see you again next time.
Bye.